What's up, guys? Welcome to Forgemaster Metal Reviews, the place where you can get the most out of your metal.
This is one of our favorite bands of all time, Rammstein from Germany. They're coming out with an album at the end of April. We're very excited for this. This video has been out for like 4 days and it's already got 6 million views.
We like to comment on things, like we said, from a musician and producer perspective. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's do it. Okay.
Well then.
A lot of stuff going on, not only visually, but there's a lot of subtleties musically too.
Yeah, right. Let's take it from the beginning there. We had that, very ethereal atmosphere happening with just the vocals and the piano. You notice that when the visuals change, there's something happening musically too. Whether it's like a big piano hit, there's like a rifle moving quick or something like that.
Yeah. It's cool because they're using slow motion cameras to emphasize the drama of scenes that would normally be moving fast and violently.
Sure, right. Yeah.
So when you have that contrast of like such dire moments happening in slow motion, but they're moving with the slow piano hits or the vocal changes, I feel like that's way more emotional of an impact. And the visuals, they match those emotions extremely well, because like even the part where, the characters, they move back into the boat, the piano kind of picks up there, and all of a sudden you get like the violent movement of them like rowing to the rhythm of the piano sound.
Yeah. It's almost subtle, but it's not when you start to kind of peel away like the layers of it and stuff. And that's why we do this for you folks. It's such a profound visual piece. I mean, we're almost halfway through, and I think that we've seen just like some, like you were even referring to it, ancient mythological tales of like what happens like in the ether and things like that.
Yeah.
And what is birth and death and, all that kind of stuff.
Stuff that we all kind of think about. I mean, no matter what age, you kind of start to think about death. And I feel like that's what this piece is about. Like it's going backwards in time, which I feel like just before death, that's what you do, right?
Right. People say that they like experience time like differently and stuff.
Yeah. And they're commenting on that sort of concept with the time going backwards, but also the time changing between the scenes really quickly. Like you've got the gentlemen who are fighting with rifles all of a sudden are pointing guns at kids with sticks, who are likely just them when they were kids.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they're pointing at babies.
Yeah.
And then the babies are pulled back to the ether, and we get this wild childbirth scene.
Yeah, that was crazy. And I wasn't expecting it to like almost like half of like the first half of the childbirth scene is still kind of like that building atmosphere music, and then it gets heavy and it's still at the childbirth scene. So it's like, whoa.
And what do you think that means? Like that's got to mean childbirth is violent.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was actually listening to a podcast earlier. It was the Dead Reckoning Collective podcast, and one of the poets on there is a female warrior. And like, this is a lady who's like been to combat, like with like rangers and shit. She was like a cultural person. She was attached to like special forces. She said like one of the most profound moments of her life, like outside of combat, like was childbirth, and that's like the moment like where she really grasped her mortality. It wasn't like under fire in Afghanistan. It was the moment like when she was giving birth to another living being.
What a very profound thing to think about for something that's so common in society. And it's done so well here with the visuals. I love too that you've got like this kind of sands of time component where like the birth or the putting of the baby back moment is almost signifying that they're going through the ether and then going to Earth to live their lives. And then it happens the other way.
Right.
And you get these sands of time moments with the members of the band. They're like swarmed with sand, but the guitars are drenched in delay.
Yeah. You've brought this up before, but like when you have visuals like that and you have guitars that match like effects wise, like a guitar riff with like lots of delay and reverb or something like that.
Yeah.
If you have some kind of visual with that, whether it's wind or rain or sand, it almost feels like that like element is like hitting you, you know?
I like to describe it like bees buzzing almost. And I feel like if you're in a windstorm, it almost sounds like bees are flying by your head, and they nail the visual there with the sound. So this is fantastic so far. So let's keep going. Someday when I am gone, I will see you again, my friend. That's what that means.
That's right.
All right. So this has got me appreciating my life right now.
Dude, it's like, not only is it like I've found like my memento mori for the day, but it's also like, damn, like it's nice to be alive despite all the bullshit that, you know, might be going on right now.
Absolutely. And I mean, it makes you, this is what I love about art and what I love about extreme music with people like Rammstein take it as seriously as they do, is they get people talking about things that are, you know, everyone thinks about. And it's good to not be afraid of this stuff, and it's good to be talking about it. There was a couple cool things at the end of the video that I hope, honestly, none of our viewers or we ever have to go through, which was a father losing his daughter. But it was interesting, you know, she was walking towards death and then death claimed her. But there was a moment of that that's almost comforting to think that she's not really gone.
Right. I think that's kind of been like, I don't want to go like too much into theology here, but I think at the root of a lot of religious dogmas is the fact that we are like vessels. You know, this is just a vessel for like this time period, and like when our mortal vessel passes, like we do other things, you know, to summarize it.
We are just a bag of fluid and flesh.
Right. But inside of that, or outside of that, however you perceive it, you know, we are more than that, and we are spiritual beings.
Which I believe.
Yeah.
You know,
you don't have to believe it, but
no.
You know.
But I like to think that I'm going to go bother people in the cosmos. I cannot wait for the new record.
Yeah, absolutely. That record is coming out April 29th. Leave your philosophy down below. I think this is a great video to philosophize a little bit. What do you think about life? What do you think about death? What do you think about this video in particular? As always, go with the gods, our Forgemates. Remember, memento mori. Take care.
See you guys next time.